fast a new review like a dragon is sheen. Although from the videos and screenshots, it seems that Kazuma Kiryu has become the protagonist again. In fact, it is not him. The protagonist is Sakamoto Ryoma, a real-life samurai who takes the pseudonym Saito Hajime. In life, they went to two different people, but their past is so vague that developers allowed themselves to combine them into one character. So don't expect to get, like from a Dragon Shin, historically accurate game. The duration of the action is Bakumatsu period, which lasted for almost 3 centuries of Edo era. The protagonist returns to his native provinces of Tosa, enters into skirmish with local samurai and ends up in prison, from which his adoptive father pulls him out. Together with him and his adopted brother Sakamoto, Ryoma plans to capture Koshi Castle, the only way the Loyalist Party can put the end to the outdated class system of Tosa, which has ruined many destinies. But in the process of preparation, the unknown assassin kills his father and escapes, and the protagonist becomes a suspect and is forced to leave the region and change his name. Despite the entourage of 19th century Japan, Ishin tells a familiar Yakuza story full of dramatic episodes, brutal murders, and men with furrowed brows. The most interesting decision is to not create a completely new character models, but to take heroes familiar to fans and give them new roles. All the actors actually existed. Goro Majima, for example, played the role of the samurai Okita Soji, who was considered one of the best swordsmen on the Shinzesumi. As soon as the new plot character appears, I want to point my finger at the TV like Leonardo DiCaprio in that meme and remember how this actor was called in the licensed parts of Yakuza. The story can hardly be called one of the best in the series, but it is still good. You forgive the plot for drawn-out episodes, since the direction and production of videos are traditionally excellent. The gameplay is solid, Yakuza, but you need to be prepared for the fact, even so, like a Dragon Ishin and I call it remake, it's more like a remaster. The game of 2014 was transferred to the Unreal Engine 4 engine. They also significantly improved the graphics, made more realistic lighting, and so on, but the gameplay was practically not affected. And since the original came out a year before the Japanese release of Yakuza 0, the novelty has more in common with the 0 part than with the 6 or even the 7th. It's rather unusual to see Kiryu, or rather a character with Kiryu's face, outside of Tokyo's Kamurocho. Here the environment does not look as rich as in other games in the series, slow houses and dusty streets. This region is cozy, and in its own way the developers have tried to revive it. Wandering merchants wander back and forth offering goods. Guard dogs bark to scare off thieves, someone scatters confetti, someone just walks on the seat in the dinner, and in the evening tipsy residents appear off the streets who hobbits around somewhere, barely moving their legs. If you choose the swordsman style, the hero will take up a sword and will be able not only to inflict great damage on them, but also to break through the defense. Rifleman allows you to arm yourself with a pistol, and with Wild Dancer you can combine a firearm and katana. Finally, for lovers of the classics, the First Fighter style is available. Also, with your style, you can use environmental objects and you get invulnerability when parrying attacks. It still loses to others that are even at full leveling, including due to the fact that changing the sword and pistol in the inventory affects the attack power, and there are no brass knuckles of something that would be increased damage from fists in the game. All fighters are different and offer different bonuses, plus they can be upgraded. The rarer you fighter, the higher is a maximum level. You can look for new partners both in the city and in special dungeons, then the minigame can distract you from the main story for several evenings. Well, everyone's favorite side quest of course has not gone away. I wouldn't say that I remember at least some of them, but all the same they are funny. Stories that I don't mind spending on time. Fans have been waiting for Shin for a long time. Outside of Japan, it was for far and difficult. It's difficult to attribute it to the best parts of Yakuza, in particular due to the fact that against the backdrop of the last games in the series it seemed archaic. But even of the archaic Yakuza is great fun with colorful color storyline, lots of fun twists and bunch of mini games. One could even say that Ishin great first acquaintance with the series, also the best entry point is still equals 0.